Good morning. Welcome to Louis Ginter Botanical Garden Virtual Storytime. I'm Tarneshia. Do you know who Dr. Mae Jemison is? She was the first African American woman astronaut and the first African American woman in space. Today, I'm going to read Mae Among the Stars by Roda Ahmed. This book tells the story of the young Mae Jemison, who dreamed of being an astronaut when she grew up. Mae Among the Stars. Little Mae was a dreamer. They say that daydreamers never succeed, but little Mae was different. One day, Mae was working on an assignment for school about what she wanted to be when she grew up. What will you tell them, Mae? I will tell them I want to see Earth. This is Earth, Mae, her mother said. The flowers, the grass, the forest, and the mountains. We live on Earth. I know, but I want to see Earth from out there. That's an amazing plan, little Mae. Then you have to become an astronaut. That way you can see Earth from space. Astronaut? Do you think I can do that? Of course you can. If you can dream it, if you believe it, and you work hard for it, anything is possible. Mae asked her mom to take her to the library. She searched for books about space and astronauts. After dinner, Mae drew pictures of space and even made her own astronaut costume out of old curtains and cardboard boxes. This looks pretty fun. You guys should try this at home. Later, she asked her dad, "But how do I become an astronaut? It seems impossible." "You will find your way, Mae. Because if you dream it, believe in it, and work hard for it, anything is possible." But space is so far away. It's closer than you think, little Mae, and you may get there sooner than you think. That night, Mae had a happy dream. She was dancing in space, surrounded by billions of sparkling stars. Below her, she could see Earth floating and turning like a shiny crystal ball. The next morning, Mae told her parents about her dream. She wanted to tell everyone, and every time she talked about it, her eyes would light up. That means she was super excited about being an astronaut. In the classroom, Miss Bell told everyone to stand in a line on the rug. Today, we are all going to share our dreams about the future. What do you want to be? And what do you want to do when you grow up? Who wants to go first? These are all her classmates, Mae and her classmates. Someone said, "I want to be a firefighter." Someone said, "I want to be a teacher, a football player. I want to be a mom." What do you think Mae said? Mae said, "I want to go to space. I want to be an astronaut." All the kids started laughing. Miss Bell asked, Mae, are you sure you don't want to be a nurse? Nursing would be a good profession for someone like you. I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be an astronaut. Mae felt very disappointed. On her way home from school, Mae was quiet. She looked out the car window. Her world turned blue and cold. Nothing was the way it used to be. Do you think her teacher kind of upset her? Do you think her teacher hurt her feelings maybe? At home, Mae started crying. Miss Bell said, I can't become an astronaut. What a silly thing to say, said her mother. She told me I should be a nurse instead, said Mae. Her mom wiped her tears away. My dear Mae, I hope you didn't believe her. Of course I believe her. She's my teacher. I'm sorry Miss Bell didn't encourage you, but she can't stop you. No one can stop you. Follow your dream, Mae, and go to space. Think her mom made her feel better? I think her mom made her feel a whole lot better. Thank you, Mom. I promise, when I go to space, I will wave to you and Dad from the spaceship. Her mom took her hand and they started dancing. You must always repeat to yourself. Can you guys repeat with me? If I can dream it, if I can believe in it, and if I work hard for it, anything is possible. Mae went on dreaming, believing, and working really hard. And guess what? She went to space and waved to her mom and dad on Earth. So, Mae did grow up to be an astronaut. That's the end. And in the back, there's a short bio on Dr. Mae Jemison. Tells you a little bit more about her, about her birthday and like where she went to school. Stay tuned for the activities portion of Storytime. Welcome back, friends, to the activities portion of Storytime. You're going to love our activity today because we get to eat today. There's food involved. So the name of our activity is Oreos in the Sky. And we're going to be using Oreo cookies to create phases of the moon. And did you guys realize there were 8 phases of the moon? Would you like to count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 phases of the moon. So all my adults who are watching Storytime with my friends, if you have any budding scientists at home or your children may like stars and space, this activity is a great way to motivate them and to learn about the 8 phases of the moon. So you'll need some cookies. I'll put my cookies over here. We don't need them anymore. You will need a plate. I got a plate. I have 2 plates actually. Butter knife, and a spoon, and some paper towels for cleanup. You'll need this printable, and maybe a glass of milk to go with these cookies. So the first thing I did was get out some cookies and took my Oreos apart. And as you can see on the template, the cookie with no icing represents the new moon. Then I left all of the cream on the bottom. And what do you think that represents? That represents the full moon. Then you have the 3rd quarter, you have the 1st quarter. So I took my butter knife and I scraped off the cream to represent the 1st quarter. And I did the same thing to represent the 3rd quarter. To make the crescents would be a little tricky. To make the crescents, I use a spoon, maybe like this, to maybe angle it to try to get a crescent. But it doesn't have to be perfect because guess what? You're going to eat it anyway, right? So I hope you guys have fun making the phases of the moon with Oreo cookies. And you don't necessarily need Oreo cookies either. You can use any type of cookie that has a white cream filling. Friends, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed our story and our activity. Black History Month will be over soon. You can read books that celebrate African American people of past and present day all year long. To find ways on how to do that, take a look at the resources attached to this week's story time. Also, I have great news. Virtual Storytime will go back to its weekly segments. Thanks for letting me read to you today. See you next week.